Hi everyone out there in YouTube land, it's Jennifer. It's been a while since I have done an actual video, probably close to a year. I've done videos, just haven't uploaded them. I've been pretty much concentrating on myself for those that have been wondering where I've been. I am in the car, as you can see. Sorry that I'm like cut off, but it's kind of how my phone is. So, it is what it is. Anyway, I've been trying to decide how to do this first video since it's been a while. To explain, you know, where I've been, where I'm going, what I've been doing, the whole 9 yards. And yeah, months go by and I still didn't do the video, or I didn't want to do it with the phone that I had because the quality was bad. It was always some type of excuse, or somebody was downstairs, so I had a lot of background noise. But then again, you know, in my past videos, I don't edit, so, you know, life is the way it is. So anyway, where have I been? Well, as some of you know that have followed me, I had moved in August of 2017, and February 2018, I believe, is when I last did my last videos and actually uploaded them. I did some haul videos since then. They're still, you know, on my computer. I will probably still upload them. I just gotta get around to editing them, like putting 2 videos together, because my phone was cutting off after a certain amount of time. So I'll be doing that and probably still uploading them because, you know, it's still good information. But basically, I needed to take a step back and focus on myself. I've been struggling for years, making bad money decisions, started dabbing into eBay, trying to make more money, but it wasn't really making me money for my bills. It was basically keeping the business afloat, which it still is. Haven't stopped eBay. So last August, when I got my new house, after I had been pretty much evicted the 3rd time in a year, which sucks, but, you know, this is life. I don't have that peachy cream life that some people have or some people portray to have. I am very cut and dry. I'm very transparent. I tell it like it is. So, yeah, I was evicted for the 3rd time. Finally sat back and kind of did some manifestation type stuff. Thinking of where was I the last time I was happy, where was I living, what type of house do I need, what do I need, you know, to provide for my family. I had a good job, it's just, it was money decisions, and being in New Jersey, it's pretty hard. It's hard living here. It's not cheap, that's for sure. So, you know, I had to really sit down and think of my finances, how much money I make, what can I afford, instead of constantly getting into houses by luck and then not being able to afford them, which was happening a lot. Either that or getting a slum landlord that wasn't fixing anything. And once we got in, we found out that there was a million problems with the house and we weren't even supposed to be there to begin with. So I had to really sit back and think about everything in my life and, you know, what did I need to do to get there. So in August, the beginning of August of 2017, I sat there and said, okay, well, I have to have a 3-bedroom house because I had 2 sons there and me and my boyfriend. And I was like, I can't go over like an $800-900 rent because I must be able to make the rent within 1 paycheck between me and my boyfriend, which we bring home about $800 a week between the 2 of us, because he pays child support and medical for him and his son, and I basically bust my butt making the extra hours to come up with any extra money that we would need. So basically affording a $1,500 house or a $1,000 house just wasn't an option anymore. So then I thought about different places that I had been happy. We wanted to be close to his mom, even though we really don't visit her that much. But, you know, that was the area that I was last happy in. I needed a house with a porch because I like to sit outside and in the summertime and when it's nice. I needed a house with a fenced-in backyard because I have 2 dogs. These were all necessities that I had to have. Had to have a house with a basement because of my eBay business. And it was funny because I literally found that house within days. So we moved in. It actually ended up being a friend's house, which renting from a friend isn't always that great, but, you know, I kept it strictly business. This is business. I'm giving you a security deposit. I'm paying you the rent. We had two storage units that had stuff in. My goal was by the end of the year to get rid of both storage units because I couldn't afford them. One was $300 a month and one was like $150 a month. So that's $450 just in storage units. So I had to make that goal. Right away, I already noticed the bad trend. I was paying my rent late. But luckily I had my friend wasn't lenient with me. He said, "This is how it is, Jen. You're my friend, but still, this is business." And that really got me on track. So, the last time I was late was November 27th, 2017. Besides this month. But this month, I had gotten a flat tire. I was late by like 3 days. I told him. And that's it. It was just because of a flat tire. So, but that brings me into, you know, the fact of I can't be living paycheck to paycheck. So, in January of 2018, I decided to start, not necessarily budgeting, but getting into budgeting. So, I started watching my finances. I was tired of living paycheck to paycheck. I was tired of coming home and my electric was turned off, or coming home and my cable was turned off. I live in a bad area, so I have to have cable to keep my kids busy. They stay in the house. Well, I have one that mainly stays in the house. The other 2 are older now. My kids are 22, 19, and then 17. And I live in a very, very bad, high crime, drug infested area. And unfortunately, I can't afford to live anywhere else, even with all the hustling that I do. But I haven't had any issues with the area. So far, I have 2 kids that have graduated high school, and the 3rd one is going to graduate this year. So they all work. It's all about what you teach them, and they are not followers. So, and then I have a stepson who lives in Delaware, and I have to go get him almost every week so that he can visit with us with his dad. So I decided that, you know, I was tired of all the issues. So I decided to start budgeting. Right, and that meant, you know, I needed to know when my bills were due. I needed to know what bills I had, which I had no clue. I couldn't even tell you. Like, literally, I just started going through my bank statements and writing stuff down, and that's where you got to start. You got to start by knowing what you have. Knowing what subscriptions I pay for. Knowing what is business related, because I do have a business. So I did that for about a year. And my goal was to be on track with my main bills by the end of the year. Not paying a month late. And I made that goal. By January 1st, I had no 4-wall bills, and 4 walls is like electric, gas, rent, anything that pertained to us living, car payment, yeah, that's another story. You know, car insurance, having all that caught up by the end of the year. That was my goal, and I completed that goal. And so now this year my goal is to get ahead on things and get up $1,000 emergency fund and start paying off debt. So that's my goal for this year, and have money in savings besides the $1,000 emergency fund, because personally $1,000 is not enough. So that's where I've been. I had to step back. I had 4 eBay stores. I closed 2 of them and converted them into only 2. I did that in, I think, November. So I only have 2 left. When the one is up for renewal next, I might be closing that one and just converting everything over to the one for the time being. I don't know yet, because it is 2 totally different items, totally different audiences. I did have everything in one before, but then I split everything up. The other 2 accounts, they are still open. There are still items in the store, in the accounts. They're just not stores. And then, you know, I still sell on my other platforms. That's all chump change to me. That's just money to keep the business going. I don't budget around that money whatsoever. However, some of my bills are paid off of that money. Like my subscriptions for my son. Like my son has subscriptions to keep him, you know, busy on the computer. So he has monthly subscriptions to like 3 different places. And all 3 of those places, that's paid through eBay money. But, you know, I don't depend on that money. Child support, that's hit or miss. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. I don't depend on that money. Overtime, I only budget off of what I would be making for 480 hours take home, and what my boyfriend would be making for 40 hours take home. And that is strictly for bills. That's not food, gas, because all that is variable. I can change that. I can do other things to get money for that. Like, I just recently started driving for Lyft, which has been helping me out tremendously. If I need gas, I go do a ride or 2 on Lyft, transfer the money over, and now I go get gas. So I've been looking for other hustles to help me out on my journey. So where this channel is going, I'm still going to be doing the eBay. I'm probably still going to be doing haul videos, but I'm also going to be bringing in the budget and financial aspect of it, because not everybody is, you know, peaches and cream. People struggle. I was in a shelter more than once. I was homeless more than once. These were all bad decisions that I make. Not everybody makes the best decisions, but I want people to also know that, you know, this is real life and it can be done. My boyfriend literally brings home $292 a week to help for bills. Well, when your rent's $800 and, you know, you got 3 kids to feed, you know, my daughter does help out, but, you know, she's been wanting to get out on her own, and she can't afford anything. This is life. So I want people to see, you know, these are my real numbers. Any extra income, I will be showing it. And, you know, this is how I budget. Now, I don't budget like a lot of others do. I'm kind of Dave Ramsey inspired, but I don't follow him 100% because I'm sorry, I live in a bad area. It's not like I can just pick up and move out, because where am I going to find a 3-bedroom house for $800 in New Jersey or in the Philadelphia area? And I'm not just going to pick up and move to another state where I don't know anybody. Now I'm starting over. You know, I've been at my job for 3, almost 4 years. My boyfriend has been at his job for almost 3 years. You know, it's hard to just pick up and move because you can't afford it. So you gotta sacrifice things. And, you know, I don't want, because I have my subscriptions and I have my cable and I have my internet and my son has things to do, he's not following that drug crime path. You know, these are choices that I had to make instead of, you know, pinching pennies here, there, and everywhere. Yes, did it get me with no electric at times? It sure did. Did it get me homeless at times? It sure did. But I can't say that I regret anything. All I can do is say that it's gotten me to where I am now. It's gotten me stronger. And it's gotten me to the point where I'm ready to move on and do better things with my life. Whether or not I will, who knows? We can only take things day by day. So anyway, I think this video has been long enough. I am at 16 minutes. And I just wanted, you know, to tell you where I've been budgeting, thinking about my life, figuring things out, where my channel is going to go. Still going to be doing the eBay things. I'm going to start with the budgeting. I may not be doing plan with me's. It may be just, you know, afterward stuff, like showing stuff after I plan it or after the month, like a summary, because I'm like a spur of the moment thing. I'll be sitting in my bed 11 o'clock at night, can't sleep, and be like, hey, why don't I do next month's budget, even though next month isn't for 3 months, you know, 3 weeks. I want to actually look and see what is coming up. Where am I going to have extra money with like a so-called extra paycheck? So am I actually going to be the one to say, oh, wait, I got to go grip out the camera or whatever? I'm probably not. So, you know, a lot of this may just be showing stuff later. Like, I have been budgeting money for stickers because I am a very organized person. When I look at a spread or a monthly spread, I want to be able to see, okay, the last time I got gas was 3 days ago. The only way that I can see that the right way for me is if I put all my expenses on my monthly spread. I don't put it on my budget per se. I have a calendar where I have everything laid out on my bills. Now, I don't put my expenses on that. They're two totally different calendars. I will say I do buy this stuff. Like, this is, I would say, probably about my 4th, maybe 3rd Planner Kate order. I will be doing a haul. I haven't tried any of my stickers yet, which is killing me because we're into February and I haven't used them. I have gotten some stickers to use for January, so I will be going back because, you know, I want this. This is my new year. I want it right. I track things a lot differently, but I'll get into that when I actually do one of those videos. But yeah, for those of you that are new, hi, my name is Jennifer. I say I'm a single mother of 3, but I'm technically not, because I have been with my significant other for 7 years. Actually going on 8. Ooh, that's cringing, ain't it? Yeah, going on 8 years in March. My 3 kids are not his, so that's why I pretty much say that I'm a single mother of 3, because I don't expect him to help me with my kids, or, you know, obviously my kids are older, 22, 19, 17, but I'm not just going to throw them out in the street either. So I help them a lot. They all still live at home. My daughter is 22. She gives me $100 a week in rent. That helps out with, you know, bills, food, whatever. My 19-year-old, he's another story. He doesn't pay me rent, but we're trying to get him on the right path. And then my 17-year-old, obviously he's still in school, doesn't pay me rent. So it is what it is. Then there's my boyfriend, who tries to help us out as much as he can. Like I said, he's limited on what he makes in a month or in a week. But he does give me what he can, which is most of it. His son is in Dover, Delaware. So to go get him on Friday and take him home on Sunday, that's way extra in gas. It used to be a whole lot extra, but since I've gotten a new car, which I don't follow Dave Ramsey 100%, but I needed a new car. I still have my old car. We're working on getting the funds to fix that car so that we can have two. Because one car just isn't enough, and on days like this when it snows, I'm limited on where I can go because I don't have my four-wheel drive, and front-wheel drive sucks. So, you know, and I get sidetracked a lot. Sorry. But I consider myself to be a single mother because I pay a majority of the bills because it's me and 3 others versus him and his son every once in a while. So I do a lot of side hustles, and yeah, that's who I am. I'm on Facebook. I'm not really active in many of the groups that much anymore, basically because I have been focusing on myself. But I did want to get back into the videos because if I can help just one person realize that there is light at the end of the tunnel if you change your mindset, then I would be ecstatic over that. And I love helping people. So, if you don't like the fact that I'm going to get into budgeting videos, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to lose you as a subscriber. I hope that I don't lose you. But I'm also, you know, budgeting, selling online, it's all part of the hustle. It's all part of doing the right thing with your money, getting extra money, doing that side gig. So basically everything that I do is related. So I'm going to be talking about my life. I'm going to be continuing talking about eBay, stuff that I use, software that I use, haul videos, and then I'm going to be bringing in the budgeting because that's what brings everything all together. But anyway, going on 22 minutes, went from 16 to 22. Yeah, that'll be enough for this video. So, thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. I love the interaction. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.